We've been covering more broadband news lately, and especially the topics how to get more people connected to better data. It's encouraging to see more programs to help, but one of the major challenges is just getting the word out to the people most affected. We're getting into the holidays, and this is an important time to make sure people are taken care of, so let's put a personal spin on broadband. And no matter who you're spending time with this holiday season, we hope you can carve out a little time, keep up with all the work being done here on reviews.org. Make sure you're hitting all of those subscribe options underneath this video. Clicking those boxes down below should keep you in the loop because I think we got some pretty cool contests you're not going to want to miss. Okay, my family, we're taking an impromptu road trip. It kind of took us all by surprise, and I did not plan ahead very well. The original idea for this video was going to be something just a little bit different. Plans have been altered. Things got weird. But jumping in the car, hitting the road, driving out to see some family, it's also just that time of year for us to take a look back on where we've been and to consider where we're going to be going. Maybe one of the most critical topics that I've wanted to discuss in joining the reviews.org team, the notion of broadband deployment and getting more people connected to good data. We face some incredible challenges, not the least of which is just getting an accurate head count on the number of people who might not have access to good broadband services. Currently, we're driving through some rural stretches of the United States, watching the desert scenery just sort of slide by, and then taking a look at some of our best census data. We can only take a guess that roughly 1 out of every 4 people living in more rural areas lacks any access to something that we would consider broadband. And the remaining people who do have some access, many of those folks are struggling to pay for it. Considering the last 2 years we've all been through, I think it's fair to say the internet is no longer a frivolous entertainment luxury. It's a necessary lifeline for work, education, healthcare, communication, and it's still handy for the fun stuff too. This year, we saw terrific progress getting programs off the ground and funding them appropriately to get more people connected. On this channel, we've covered some of those programs instituted by the FCC, putting money not just in the hands of families and individuals, but also finding ways to better fund local libraries and schools, getting them up to speed too. But on top of those emergency pandemic programs, it's still a significant challenge getting information to people on the programs that already exist through their carriers and ISPs. Getting good information that last mile, sometimes literally walking it right up to someone's doorstep, that's a humongous logistics challenge. We hosted a conversation with a representative from Verizon, and that conversation, that interview was mostly focused on the challenges facing students and educators, but many of those challenges also mirror the same kinds of issues that individuals and families are facing today too. On top of that, we can't even be sure who around us might be presenting well, putting on a brave face, but struggling quietly. Folks around you who might be embarrassed by the stigma of asking for help, but could probably use an assist. In the spirit of the holiday season, I already have a pretty good handle. I already feel like the audiences that watch videos like ours, they're already likely to be good neighbors and good tech neighbors. I'm probably preaching to the choir a little bit, but I think this is a fantastic time to look around your circles, your family and your friends, and to reach out to see who might need a little extra assistance. Keeping an eye out for the people who might be struggling and who might just need a little nudge in the right direction. If anyone out there watching this does need some help, of course, I can recommend checking out our home site, reviews.org. We've got a number of fantastic articles, tools, and resources. Get some really good information just as a nice starting point to help you track down what kinds of programs might be available to you. I would also recommend heading out to the FCC website, see what kind of funding might be available for different programs in your area. And it never hurts to reach out directly to your carrier or ISP to see what kind of assistance they might be able to provide. Everyone needs a little help from time to time. The data connection, which should serve as your connection to other people, that shouldn't be a burden too. It's a time of reflection, and I get all silly and sentimental at the end of the year, looking back, all of the memories, all the feels. But the cool thing about being a big old tech geek, being the nerd that I am, is it's kind of like having a superpower. And I know I've got some bit of data or some piece of information which could legit help someone out. And for all the other like-minded nerds who might be watching videos like these, maybe the comments below this video can serve as a starting point. You know, if someone has questions, that we can be part of that resource to help point those people in the right direction. So I'm gonna get back. I've actually got to help my wife finish packing up our car. We've got to finish this road trip, get out to family. Thanksgiving in our family is like a 4-day prepping and eating extravaganza. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's genuinely my absolute favorite holiday of the year. For any holiday, or genuinely for any time of year, my hope for you remains the same. I hope you're safe, I hope you're warm, well-fed, and spending time with people who care about you, either in person or online. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these videos, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you head out to reviews.org. A new contest is launching and you could land your super awesome, bestest holiday dream job. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't jump in on this contest. I'm an employee. So for reviews.org, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, aka Some Gadget Guy. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you all on the next video.